some girl chat. I'm always ready. First up, Republican presidential candidate John Kasich is defending himself after he was criticized for eating New York City pizza with a fork and knife.
Shame.
Look at this, you guys. Kasich says he had to use the knife and the fork because the pizza was too hot. But New Yorkers are saying you're supposed to fold, not fork, your pizza. I'm a native New Yorker. How do you just fold it?
Yeah, go for it. Taco.
Now, he's not the first Republican to do this. Donald Trump did it too in 2011, and he lives in New York. So, Tamara, when you're eating, would you say that you have good table manners, or do you just dig in?
It depends on how hungry I am.
I hear that.
If I'm really hungry, I've actually been known to, oh, this is horrible. You're not supposed to drive and eat at the same time, people, because, I mean, you can't, use your, fork.
Oh, like what you
So I'll actually,
What?
If I have a salad, I will literally grab the bowl and,
What?
Yeah. Because it depends on how hungry I am. If I'm hungry, I don't care.
You
if I
your
desperate
salad?
times
call for desperate measures.
I just eat. But when I'm at a restaurant, of course, you've got to,
Wait, is there dressing on the salad? Is it?
No, when I'm hungry, I'm hungry. I just eat. Wait, no, I will eat a leaf.
Well, let me tell you, I believe that because she. What?
Are you telling me?
Yes, I'm about to spill your tea.
Please do, because I got to add to it.
Everybody doesn't know. Okay, Tam, everybody
no, I
see
know what
her
you're
all
gonna
glossy and trim
Put
and
together.
around, but it's a lie, honey. A lie. She's a tomboy.
I really am.
Yes. So I believe you pick up your which I've never heard in my life, by the
Have you guys ever
way.
had Ethiopian food?
You eat it with your hand.
You eat it? No, you eat it with teff. Teff is the little bread, and you eat it
You
with.
ain't tapping your salad.
I was
okay?
not.
You ain't doing that.
I was not. No,
You
Tamara,
very natural.
I am praying that you get endorsed by a potato chip commercial, because when she eats a bag of chips, this girl goes in and it's and then she talks at you.
Yes, I do.
She loves chips.
I just
barbecue
love to eat.
one.
I love. Yes,
You're not the only one, Tam. I get in trouble.
You do?
Yes, especially by this one because she's a germaphobe.
No, she doesn't. You guys.
I like eating with my hands.
Ew.
Yeah,
I
me
hope
too.
so.
Me too. We recently, hold up. We recently went to a dinner, a tasting menu. You know where they bring out little courses and it's all shishi. We had the bottle of wine and everything was all fancy. And they put out a beautiful Argentinian steak, and it was beautifully filleted. And I'm going in there with my fork to pick the smaller piece to save the rest for everybody. All of a sudden, I see 5 fingers coming from the center chunk. And just
That would get you grounds for me to say words that is not of the Lord.
Thank you.
I hate that. And that and double dipping when people are at the table.
I love germs.
This is coming from a person who was failed charm school twice. Okay, I'm just.
You went to charm school?
3 times. I went to etiquette school. Don't tell nobody. Yeah, the last time I passed, the first 2, no, I wasn't ready. But, I wasn't ready.
When I'm out on a date, it depends on if I like the guy, if I have good table manners or not.
True. You're right.
I know, right?
You're right.
No, it's so true.
1,000%.
I mean, if I like him, I'm gonna have him.
Pinky up.
Yeah,
If I don't like him, show him. If you like him,
You like them, you're like pinky eye.
Yeah, pinky up. You try to be spectacular.
Fancy.
Yeah.
But if I don't like him,
it's real.
You like the Tasmanian devil.
Okay. Well, speaking of manners, is there any polite way to tell someone they're fired? One person who may know the answer is Mariah Carey. TMZ reported this week that Mariah was forced to let go most of her staff because she felt they didn't have her best interests at heart. She says her new team is great and she is now more financially successful and organized than ever. Jeannie.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to cut somebody out of your life you felt didn't represent you well or affected you in a negative way?
I worked really hard to get to where I am right now. So absolutely, if you are not full of positivity and professionalism, get out.
Yeah.
Honestly. And I really take this seriously because everybody's trying to make it in this world. Everybody's got a story and they've got a journey, right? But for us, we represent a brand. What we do, our decisions we make outside of this job, we represent a certain thing. So if the people around me, sometimes we got agents and managers, if they're being rude to other people, that's representing me. I don't want you to ever I don't want it to ever get back to me that you couldn't talk to me or you couldn't work with me because somebody was rude to you on my camp. Or if somebody's having a bad day and I'm trying to have a good day to come here and bring my best and they're bringing their funk into me, like, so that's why I think it's really important to carry a certain aura of positivity around you, so you make people want to work with you, and therefore they are then happy.
I agree with that. And everybody knows. Sometimes it is okay to clean house.
Oh, yes.
Okay? Especially if that house is funky. You gotta find out where the funk is coming from. And sometimes it's 5 or 6 people.
Because misery loves company.
And misery loves company. What I cannot and will not have is you messing up my opportunity for me when it ain't your opportunity because you try to make my opportunity your opportunity. Come on, somebody.
I just want to say this. You look just like Toni Braxton. I feel like I'm talking to Toni.
Or my sister?
Your sister. You look just like her today. You are so pretty today.
I didn't even tell you stunning.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Toni Braxton, living legend. Okay, go ahead.
Samara.
No, I wasn't going to say anything.
Oh, you guys had to fire people. I mean, you have nannies, you have workers.
It's so hard.
She got staff.
I'm a person. No, I'm a person that doesn't really like change. So it's really hard for me. I will keep somebody around just because I'm such a loyal, such a loyal person. So it's very. Funky. I would want. This is the thing. I would want. I would want to, but I just can't.
I don't have a problem.
I know.
No, you don't.
No, but
you
honestly,
send them cracking fast.
Yes.
But honestly, I'm working on it because, like you said, at the end of the day, it's all about you, and it's about having positivity around you.
Sometimes you're doing them a favor. Sometimes it's better for them if they're so miserable working for you. Then maybe bye. Alicia, you might be happy somewhere else.
Who said Alicia?
I did.
You said bye, Alicia?
Yes, I did.
Look at God. Change is a coming. All right, now. It's making headlines this week. It's the amazing and talented Gwen Stefani. I love her, too.
I love her.
Yeah. She's amazing. Come on, fashionista Jesus. Now, Stefani opened up the Good Morning America's Laura Spencer about how she channeled her heartbreak over her breakup with her husband, Gavin Rossdale, into her music to produce something positive. Now, I know 100,000% about this, honey. That Calling All Lovers is about that man who broke my heart 20 years ago. But that's okay. Talking about her new album, This Is What the Truth Feels Like, Stefani says, I have gone through a whole lot, but I feel like you have to be grateful for that because if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't have this, which is like her amazing album.
Yeah.
So, Adrian, you a singer too? Do you feel like breakups can have like a positive influence on your life?
Absolutely. I think that you can't really appreciate something great if you haven't had something that wasn't as great. I think you can't appreciate, or sometimes it actually could be an opposite teaching lesson. You actually could look back and say, I had something amazing. You know, when you get back into that world and you're trying to find that again, and maybe you're like, so everybody don't do that. Everybody's not going to send you flowers. Everybody's not going to give you a hug. Everybody's not going to give you an encouraging word. So
tell you the truth.
If you have that, or if you had that, I think it is so important to be able to have perspective. I think having a heartbreak sometimes gives you great perspective.
Absolutely.
And I think having your heart broken, actually, I think a lot of people sometimes get down. I think when you look back on a relationship, you can also recognize the things you may have done wrong. And I think sometimes we look at other people and we say, he was this in the relationship, or he was that, or she was this, she was that. But to be able to look at yourself and say, I could have done certain things differently. And I think having that perspective and going into new love gives you the opportunity to get it right.
Yeah, and you know what else?
It gives you a chance to get it right, and everyone deserves a chance to get it right.
Yeah, everyone deserves a chance to get it right. And I agree with you because sometimes in a relationship, like you were saying, you always put the blame on other people. But, if you're in the right relationship with the right breakup, and you get the right lesson out of it, you can really learn to say, you know what? I'm sorry. I did it. It was me. And you can take that into your next relationship and never do those things again.
There's a song by say Rascal Flat.
I was gonna say Rick Ross.
No, not Rick Ross. Rascal Flat.
Yes.
And the verse goes, God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. And, that's just basically about all the breakups that you go through life. And one of my dearest friends, Amy Davidson, I went through a really rough breakup, and she looked at me and she said, you know what, Tamara, it's easier said than done, but you have to learn to say, you know what, thank you.
Come on.
Thank you for teaching me what I deserve better. And it's hard, but like you were saying, there's healing in that.
Yeah,
You're able to move
absolutely.
on just a little bit easier.
You guys know, I'm already just so grateful for this job that we have in all of our individual careers. And I look at like my own path and the things I want to do. And I'm so grateful for the person who actually told me I could not get to where I am today because he just didn't like me being in the spotlight. He said he didn't think that, he thought I talked too much. He said that he thought that you just want attention. That's why you want to become a television host. This was honestly my boyfriend before I got into television. And I didn't know it. And a lot of people don't tell you the truth. You're right. I didn't have anybody tell me until the president of a network called me personally to say, I just want you to know that you have an awesome talent and you're an awesome person. But the current boyfriend that you're with right now personally called me to tell me that he didn't think you were adequate for this.
What?
No. Yes. And it only took a stranger.
You're the president of the network.
Because I was going out auditioning for things. Yes.
And you was taking him sometimes or whatever.
Never take
knew
him.
him.
No, he knew him. He just knew him.
Okay.
He was in the industry.
Okay. Got it.
And you guys, you know when you're in love and you know the truth, but your body is just not letting you do what's right.
Yeah.
So you got to kind of beat yourself up a little bit. Well, thank God that I went with what I call Godfidence and trusted that he had a different plan for me and followed that and proved and used that pain to show that I could do what I did. Thank you for that.
Well, on that note, we gotta take a quick break. But there's more girl chat right after this. Don't go anywhere. This is The Real.